All right, welcome back, everybody. This is episode 2 in our fresh start for No Man's Sky Prisms. We have repaired our ship and we have gone into space and we have followed a signal, which led us to a damaged piece of equipment right over there. And we picked up our terrain manipulator, which is going to let us do some digging. And now it's asking us to gather copper. Because copper is what you need to create chromatic metal, which is used for building the base computer. So we're going to follow the instructions in the bottom right. We are going to use the analysis visor. And what we're looking for is a little symbol like that white diamond with the inner diamond. There is a copper deposit right over there. And I'm going to tag this because that just makes it easy so that I don't get lost. Boost on over. Those shoulder boosts aren't quite as effective as you would like them to be at this point in the game because your equipment just isn't that great. There are upgrades though. Okay, here's our copper deposit. And as it says, we are going to need our terrain manipulator. Looks like you can also get it with your advanced mining laser. That's interesting. That's kind of cool. I wonder if that's really true. Oh, one other thing, when you're gathering resources, so there's different sizes. In that biggest size, it's going to gather much faster, but you'll get a lot fewer resources. Let's go ahead and get the hazard protection recharged. So make sure when you're trying to gather something like copper that you have it on the lower setting. I think it defaulted to the medium setting because it was definitely going through this pile a lot faster a few seconds ago. Yep, it's always falling. There are planets where you do not need a environmental protection, a hazard protection. Oh, did we run out of... No, we've still got a lot. Okay, I do want to show you this though. Your terrain manipulator also needs to be recharged just like your mining laser. It suggests ferrite dust. However, when you use your terrain manipulator, you are also going to be gathering silicate powder, which is basically dirt. Just go ahead and recharge it with your dirt. Don't waste the ferrite dust. As long as you have some silicate powder. The one thing I have ran into is sometimes I've been a little too efficient with my gathering of the copper or whatever other material I'm mining, and then I don't have enough silicate powder to keep recharging. So that's a possibility. But as long as you have some, you should just keep using it. This is a pretty big deposit. Let's see what we got so far. 375. We only need 100 to get our computer going. But chromatic metal is something that you actually use in quite a few different things. So I'm going to go ahead and keep mining this. And actually what we can do we can actually pull out our portable refiner. Let's go ahead and interact with this. You always got to refuel it because your fuel comes out when you pick it up. Let's go ahead and put our copper that we have so far in. That's going to take a minute 21. And let's mine. Multitasking is my friend. Now the tutorial will walk you through that. It'll have you collect the copper, and then it will, you know, prompt you after you've collected the copper to go ahead and make, run that through the refiner and make chromatic metal out of it. But why not get more copper while you're making the chromatic metal? Are we out? Yep. So let's recharge with our silicate powder. Now I mentioned the Sentinels earlier. They're kind of the cops of the game. If you do something they don't like, they will come after you. And sometimes, if you're on a planet that has aggressive Sentinels, they don't want you harvesting anything. The one exception so far, and they may have changed this for the Prisms update, but the one exception so far has been you can usually mine these in-ground resources and they won't get upset with you. Wow, big deposit. Alright, let's see what we got. We are at 356, so we have about as much as what we put in here. Let's go ahead and interact. Get our chromatic metal. Transfer it over. Let's go ahead and put some more in. Like I said, we're going to be using quite a bit of chromatic metal. Right, about another minute, and then let's see how much more of this we can get in that minute. Probably not going to mine any longer than that because it's kind of boring to just keep mining all the time. But getting this much material mined this early in the game is actually going to make for less boredom later. This is a big copper deposit. We've mined over 600 so far. Probably would have had more if I had my tool set to the right size to begin with. So I don't know how well you'll be able to hear it in the video. I have the sound effects on a little bit, but I'm kind of listening for that refiner because it'll actually shut off when it's done. Okay, let's get our terrain manipulator recharged. Let's go ahead and recharge our toxic protection. And we are done here. So that's another 178. And let's see, how much copper? So we got another 200. Pretty nice. Okay. Alright, let's get this picked up. Oh, wrong button. Okay, so now it says the base computer claims the site for construction. Find a suitable area to deploy the base computer. Access with the build menu. So that's just in here. We now have a base computer. Now, that being said, this is a toxic planet. Okay, my ship is over this way. Let's head that way. Go and switch to my mining beam. Uh-oh, he's gonna get me. Yep. Flew right into that one. So we could just plop our computer down and that would progress our storyline. But I would actually like to find a better place to build it, and look at that. There is a building over there. Right over there. Not sure what kind of building it is yet. Life support system at 50%. Let's go ahead and take care of that too. Looks like we're starting to get a little bit lower on the air. Well, it's a little ways away. Now, I could jetpack boost over here, but this is kind of what I was talking about. If you go flying off of... Oh, look at that. There's some more of those data cubes. Let's go get those. See what other interesting things we can find over here. You just really want to keep your eye open as you're walking around in the game. So for our navigation data, be nice if we could get another drop pod. Okay. Oh, what was that? Oh, yeah, that's the platform. Okay. Let's get back up here. Do believe the building was on the other side of this hill, or very near this ridge line. Yep, here we are. Okay. So this is not what I was hoping for. I am looking for either a miner settlement or a trading post. The reason I'm looking for those is that gives me access to the trade terminals. So right next to my base, I can very easily buy stuff. But I am still glad I came here because there is goodies over here. Oh, radiation protection module. Ah, so close and yet so far. That's what I was talking about. So, like, we're on a toxic planet, but radiation protection isn't going to do me a whole lot of good. Okay, so our inventory slots are completely full now. So I have a couple different options. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to start refining this residual goop. So let's pull out our refiner while we take a look around. Yep. I'm still happy to have the radiation protection because it'll come in handy later. Okay, so residual goop. And you'll get to see why I decided to hold on to this. That's going to go into viscous fluids. So let that do its thing while we explore. Okay, not really anything in here. You know, a lot of people were saying they didn't bother going into these little outbuildings. So I wonder if they stop putting the goodies in them. That would be kind of sad. Well, we can get some nanites. Nanites are used for upgrading things. Or purchasing upgrades to things. Okay. Just kind of explore. Oh, and I need to show you this too. Okay, so we have this broken machinery. So if we look around with our analysis visor, there's something called buried technology. We're going to pick this up. Looks like it's on the other side. Yep. We're going to pick that up with our terrain manipulator. These are really important. So these allow you to buy blueprints to build better equipment. That's one of the big good things about it. But the other good thing about it is salvage data is worth quite a bit. It's worth about 52,000 units each. So I want those so I can buy those upgrades, but I also want those so that I can cash them in and get some money. Alright, so viscous fluids. We have some of that. I'm going to throw that back on my exosuit so the whole stack gets combined. Now I'm going to take this, throw it in here. That's going to give me living slime. It's going to take about 2 minutes. Alright, let's see what else is around here. Okay, here's a save point. We can pick up some more navigation data and of course save our progress in the game. Okay, let's check out this box, see if there's anything good in here. Nanites, I think is what we got out of that. Well, there's 2 of them. I've seen that before. Oh, I think it gave me dihydrogen jelly. Yep, so we have 4 jellies. We don't really need those right now. That's a little bit frustrating. Let's see. Oh, we do have a couple of cargo slots. So one of the things I didn't explain, you've got the different slot types here. You've got cargo, tech, and general. So general is just like it sounds. Pretty much anything can go in there. Technology can only take your technology upgrades. So for example, our jetpack can go in here. Our life support can go in here. And our hazard protection. And we got that upgrade, this S-Class radiation. I'm going to go ahead and install that into here. And you notice when I put those 2 together, it got this kind of light gray border around it. That means that 2 of them are charging each other up. So you actually get more benefit when you put like technologies together. Alright, so that helps. Now, for the cargo has the advantage of being able to store twice as much of anything that has one of these little progress bars. See, the more navigation data and salvage data I get, the farther that little white bar goes over. So right now I think it'll take about 15 in a slot, or maybe it's 20. And then, yeah, it's probably 20 because that's about halfway. Once I put this in cargo, I can actually store up to 40. So I'm going to drop these 2 little guys in here. Oh, wrong slot. Okay. Alright. So let's get some things moved around a little bit. Cobalt. Oh, where did we pick the cobalt up? Okay, pure ferrite. Ferrite dust. Probably gonna chuck that at some point. I'd like to sell that. Let's see. Sodium nitrate. Okay, kind of put my like things together. I'll put that over there. And I like to have my open spots at the bottom, but, you know, everybody has their own preferences. You certainly don't have to do it this way. Alright. Let's go check on our portable refiner. Yep, I see a green beam coming off of it. So that should be ready for the next stage. Gotta watch our fuel supply. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some more carbon in there. Uh-oh. Do you see that? How it didn't completely refill? That means I'm actually getting... I basically put all my carbon in there. Okay, so living slime. I'm not gonna put it in my exosuit because I know this is all I have. So that's gonna go into runaway mold. Alright, let's start picking up... Let's do some scanning. Okay, so that's carbon and facium. What else we got? Oh. Alright, dust and ammonia. That must be the rocks. I was thinking maybe it was these blue flowers, but it looks like they're just... Oh, look at that. There's more buried technology over here. Let's go get it. It's not too far. Let's not go off the cliff, though. Okay, where? Oh. Let's go ahead and get this marked. Whoops, wrong kind of marker. Buried tech. Okay. Closer, closer. We can probably go ahead and use our terrain manipulator now. Where'd it go? Should be around here. Let's try hitting it from a different angle. Get our toxic protection recharged before I forget. It's gonna be close. Come on. Should be right along here somewhere. I wonder if it's below the map. Sometimes you run into things that are like actually... You can only dig down so far. It doesn't want to let me dig any deeper there. Yeah, I don't even see an indicator here. It's like it's here, but it's not here. And that's not very helpful. But, you know, with procedurally generated stuff, that happens sometimes. So, I'm not going to spend any more time... Whoop, 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 whoop. Almost fell in my hole. Not going to spend any more time looking at that. Switch back to our regular mining beam. There we go. Alright. And our final stage is going to produce nanite clusters. So those nanites that you need for upgrades, this is going to let us do that. So it does take a little bit of extra effort. But if you remember to have the refiner going when you're not, when you're doing something else, then it works pretty good. Although it does look like I managed to glitch it out somehow. There we go. And this last stage usually goes pretty quick. So I'm just gonna hang out for this one. Alright, and we ended up with an even number. Sometimes you'll end up with a couple of those runaway molds left over. You could discard it at that point, or you could choose to save it until you get some more. Just kind of depends on what you want to do and how much space you have, really. Okay, I need some more carbon. I wish this was a minor settlement. But we're gonna see what we can find. Alright, so we already hit the nav point. Let's go ahead and head inside here. Oh, keep an eye out for little crates outside. There's usually a couple. There's some more sodium. Alright, let's go inside and see what we can find. Okay. Here's another one of these. We'll probably get some more nanites. Yep. Let's look around the rest of the room. Is there any other goodies? Oh, there's a guy here. Okay, so if we talk to him and this interaction goes correctly, we could get a cool item. But it's not always easy to know what they want, especially this early in the game, because we haven't learned any of the alien languages. The warrior's nostrils flare as I approach. They inhale deeply, sampling the damp, caustic smell of the toxic rain that lingers on my exosuit. They bark out what could be a warning. I hurriedly mime that I am peaceful and know little of their kind or language. Yeah, we don't know any. See, look. We have no idea what he's saying. Which is a bummer, because that would help us answer his request. They take a second to think, then grab my multi-tool while barking again into my visor, streaking it with saliva. They point at the mining beam charge indicator, then at my backpack. I do my best to keep calm. Oh, boy. Okay, so sometimes you can kind of figure it out by trying to analyze this chunk of information here. Okay, so he grabs the multi-tool, points at the mining beam, which is also on the multi-tool, and then at the backpack. The backpack is not related, so it's some sort of multi-tool thing. All of those things, I think, take carbon to recharge. So I'm going to give him carbon. I don't know if this is correct, but we're going to try it. Grunts in satisfaction, impressed by both my gift and my understanding. They teach me several new words in their language. Nice. Several. Okay, yeah, two words. Yeah, looks like we got two. Okay. All right, and he probably has nothing else useful to say at this point, but I'm going to double check. Yep. Okay. Well, words are good. I was hoping for something different. I admit it. I was hoping for upgrades, but that's all right. Okay, let's see what's over this way. I think this is just another, yeah, that's an atlas thing. So we can't access that. But what we can do is we can interact with this terminal right here. A beacon sent long ago from distant system awaits my response. 3 numbers are visible above an empty input box. I think about what comes next. Okay, so this is a pretty simple puzzle. If you look at the numbers here, you will notice that the first number on the left is going to the back. So 1702, the 1 goes to the back, which makes 7021, and so on and so forth. So we are looking for the 2 to be in the front and the 0 to be in the back. So that is 2170. Okay, location within the distant stars. Probably not going to be super useful to us at this point in the game. Signal detected. Is it on planet or off planet? It's probably off planet. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Let's take a look. Ancient ruin, off planet. Yeah, so we'd have to leave this planet to go check it out. And we very well may do that. Okay, just kind of run around the base here. Don't think there's going to be anything else of interest, but it keeps trying to tell me there's buried technology nearby, but I don't know. Okay. Alright, so let's head back to our ship. Or actually, even better yet, let's call our ship in. I haven't showed you this yet. So if we press down on the D-pad, this is our normal recharge thing right here. Let's go ahead and recharge. Oh, we still need carbon like crazy. Let's get some more carbon. Because I'm probably going to leave this planet and maybe go to another one. And carbon might not be as prevalent there. I mean, ideally I want to find a planet that has a nice combination, a good amount of all the basic elements here. But you never know. So while I'm here and I know I have a source of carbon, I'm going to go ahead and pick some up. Okay, what do we got now for carbon? Carbon 71. Oh, Facium. Don't want you there. I don't even want you. I'm going to get rid of that. Condensed carbon, carbon. Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. I don't have a use for that right now. Okay. Is there more carbon? Well, we'll look for carbon on our way. So we got to get back to our ship. Maybe there's a better source than those little egg things. There is another damaged piece of machinery. Oh, took a little bit of fall damage. I'm reluctant to use my boost along here just because I don't want to fall. It's less of an issue if you die in normal mode. Oh, we got some more residual goop. I'm going to keep that. Probably nanites. Okay, this happens sometimes. We did not get anything. So if that happens, just go back to the machinery, interact with it again, and then you'll get your reward the second time. Boy, are those egg-shaped things are like the only source of carbon around here. Now the materials can change throughout a planet. So like if you're you know, if you're in one spot on a planet and you're like, oh, I'm not really getting anything here, that doesn't mean there aren't better sources of that resource somewhere. It's just not there. It's not where you are at the moment. Ammonia. I knew I shouldn't have scanned it. I don't really want ammonia. Probably someone is watching this going, I want ammonia! Okay, the toxic plant, oh, let's scan him. So currently says unidentified plant. It's a hazardous plant. Got some money from him. And you'll notice the material we can get from him is oxygen. So most of those hazardous plants will give you oxygen. Let's go pick up this sodium here. Yep, I'm sure it is. Can we reach that? Is that too far away? That might be a little far. Usually you can pick stuff up from pretty far away. That is carbon. Probably condensed carbon. Oh, almost didn't see him. These have a huge hitbox. If you get, you know, pretty... Not very... You don't even have to get very close to them. Oh, we cannot get that because it's a big crystal. We need our advanced mining laser. That's... Oh, there are some smaller crystals nearby, though. Oh. Oof. Carbon. Okay, we got some. So at least it wasn't a total waste of our time. Get some more ferrite dust. Okay. Alright. Oh, we got a geode. Okay, so that was the other thing I was talking about. Kind of like those tritium hyperclusters. We're going to analyze this. So, yep, it gave us more ferrite dust. So they work pretty much the same. I'm going to go ahead and chuck the basium. Okay, is there any other... Really hoping for some bigger plants that would give us... What about this guy? No, those are scenery. Okay. Okay, What are we at for carbon? 22. I mean, that's not great. Ugh, look at all these rocks in the way. Alright, let's hop on our ship. Let's lift off. Okay. So yeah, oh, there was a field of sodium right there. That would have been nice. Okay. I mean, grand scheme of things, not a terrible planet. I have ran across worse ones. I'm gonna fly across the surface for just a minute here, just to make sure we don't see anything interesting or someplace that might make it worth putting a base here. And not really seeing anything too exciting. Let's go ahead and boost. Get a little bit more speed. Try not to run into anything. No, I'm not really seeing anything too exciting. Oh, I take it back. There is a colossal archive. Okay, so this is a good example of a place where it can be beneficial to build your base. Let's kind of check it out. Let's see how many landing pads it has and such. Oh, that's interesting, the way the rock is kind of coming off of there. I need to kind of fly out and then back so I can sort of get a better look at it. Okay. Yeah, there's several landing pads around here. Still, I don't know, it's not my ideal. If this were a radioactive planet, I'd be more inclined to go ahead and build my base here. Can we actually fly under there, or will we get stuck? Yeah, we fit. I don't think I'm going to build my base here. Just because the more I think about it, this just isn't an ideal planet. But if you see one of those, definitely feel free to build a base near it. There's the computer kiosk for purchasing things, and you can get maps, and there's usually quite a few ships that come in. So it's a pretty good location to build a base because you've got a lot of things near you. Alright, well, we're going to call it there for today. Please like and subscribe if you think I've earned it, and we will pick back up with looking for a better planet to plant our first base. So until next time, have a great day.